Hello everybody, welcome back once again to the Jade Empire Closed Fist walkthrough. Alright, so we are about midway through the pirate fortress, pirate hideout, whatever this place is called. And we have got probably, yeah, I think this was the toughest fight so far, this first one anyway. So basically you fight there's two little rat demons and then two horse demons. Yeah, and they just start right away. Reason why this was so brutal is the horse demons, whatever this projectile attack is that they're using, is pretty brutal. And then on top of that, every time you hit them, you actually take damage as well. So makes it. Oh, and then just as icing on the cake, when you actually finish one of them off, they explode, which does a bit of damage too. So if you notice here again, we've got Dawnstar just on support, and she's continually getting my MP back, and then look at that, I just finished that with basically nothing left. So here, I highly encourage a save, and then we're actually going to get attacked again. I guess if you feel like you need to, you can run back and.
It's beautiful. The marvelous dragonfly is the perfect name.
You can run back and hunt down one of the. Is it Chi? Chi shrines.
Heavenly wave.
There we go. Okay. Anyways, all right. So here's our next battle. We've got. This is 5 guards. It looks like 5, and then an ogre as well. And
Heavenly wave.
I thought I lost this one. No. The ogre is absolutely brutal. One swing can probably take, I don't know, 75% of my health. So yeah. Same old tactics here. We'll try to wipe out the smaller guys first. There, that's kind of interesting too. So apparently the ogre is immune to slow, which yeah, these guys are just brutal. But yeah, anyways, the same old tactics. It's hit and run. Try to hit something from a distance with Heavenly Wave, and then swap to there we go, perfect, just like that. Anyways, all right. So we did have a cutscene there at the very end of the last video that I published. Basically, we get introduced to one of the Lotus Assassins that's kind of in charge of like this area, and it's kind of interesting, and you'll notice this a bit later on as well. But the Lotus Assassins are. They really have no loyalty to each other. It's really just a brutal power structure, and the people at the top make all the calls, and the people at the bottom kind of fight amongst each other to get to the top. So, and I know one of them is Grand Inquisitor Lim. I think that's the Lotus Assassin, which as far as I know, no, that's not. I was gonna say I think she's the only one, but that's not the case. There are more Lotus Assassins. She's way up in the top or the upper ranks. Oh, look at that! Went for that power hit, and that was a bad idea. All right. Anyways, so now we've got this area all cleared out. There's a switch right there. This is the dragonfly controls. And it drops this dragonfly down, and then it actually fires through this wall, or at the doors.
I guess the weapons on that flyer were active.
And that opens up
certainly one way to take care of a door.
another area. I'm gonna hold off on interacting with the scroll cases in this room, scrolls and bookcases, because again, that gem of the frail scholar or something like that is in this room here, and that's going to increase our experience that we get from those. So we're just going to wait to equip that.
This demon. I never expected Gao the Greater to be so powerful.
This area is forbidden.
Only Gao himself is allowed to enter. You must be destroyed. I am Xianxi, the great elephant demon. Gao's infernal magic summoned me and bound me here to guard this room. The penalty for all who enter is death. Gao's power compels me. I must destroy you.
Alright, so I think you can pick whatever you want there for the dialogue options. There's nothing that, or it doesn't change anything at all. These guys are brutal, much like the ogres. They do a really good amount of damage. Yeah, I almost got wrecked already. The good thing is, though, they're slow. So it's usually pretty easy to get around them. And then if you notice there, it takes them a while to kind of turn back towards you as well. So, you know, jumping behind them and then attacking them from behind is the way to go. I think this guy does do an AoE attack, though, that's pretty cool. And, I mean, if you're anywhere near him, it's not likely that you're going to be able to dodge it. So, you know, you'll just have to absorb that. It looks like he didn't even use it. Oh, there it is. Yeah. Right there, right at the end. So, that didn't do much. There we go. All right. Okay, so let's raid this spot. This is actually a. I know in previous playthroughs, probably like first couple times I played the game, I actually missed this place, which is almost amazing. It's not like those controls are hidden, so. Flawed Scholar Gem. There's a focus shrine here that it doesn't look like I need to really use, although I probably still will. There's the Gem of the Frail Scholar. So again, this is the one that I think there's a good chance that I'll actually keep this equipped for the rest of the game. I can probably get rid of Good Fortune for now. You can make a case for not actually having that Gem of the Frail Scholar equipped all that much, because it actually doesn't do you any good unless you're actually going to interact with a book. So if you want to, you can leave it unequipped for when you actually go to do that, and and then equip something else while you're actually kind of running around. All right, so the dangers of demons. Some demons are not evil. Usually immune to magic, especially the larger demons. Successful combat of weapons and simple martial styles. Okay. Yeah. As well as so apparently, configuration of the horse. Okay. Oh, so that wasn't actually even a scroll stand, a typical scroll stand, where we would get some experience there. We actually just got the configuration of the horse, which is usable later in a sort of a side quest. All right, so the History of Flight, Volume 2, Mad Fong. Okay, so this is Flyer didn't do much more than hop across the landscape, but it was a start. A year later, he was able to travel for nearly a mile before crashing and unfortunately dying in the process. So, flight, much like it was, I'm sure, for us, was a learning process. I think there's one more of the flight books, and the flight books are actually all part of a set, and we'll actually, I think we're almost done. So we'll get that last one here pretty soon. Greater Warrior's Gem of Fate. So Greater Warrior's Gem of Fate. There's scholar versions of those. I think Monk as well. And then if you notice there, so it even does say it increases the chances of finding those power-ups. Generally, I don't find those all that useful. The harmonic combo itself, will always, as long as you use oh boy, now I'm forgetting the Heavenly Wave. Jeez. So as long as you use Heavenly Wave as your support style to activate those combos, you'll always get a health power-up, which I find is Yeah, I think it's pretty safe to say that it's the most useful of the power-ups. There's an intuition or intimidation gem, and then we've got a kind of I guess a boss fight in here. And I think this fight actually changes based on if you've been anywhere else first. At least that's what I thought I remembered anyway. And what I mean by that is I'm pretty sure the guy that we saw earlier on in the that big open room. I'm pretty sure he'll be here with Gao if
You dare disturb me in my grief? I said no interruptions. You will pay for it. Wait. You are not one of my servants. I know you. You are one of Master Li's students. You were the one who killed my son Gao. Damn you in that school. My Gao was never good enough for Master Li. You were always his prize pupil. Now my son is... Gao may be gone, but I will avenge him. I know the styles your broken old master taught you, and I know how to beat them. I promise your death will be both slow and painful.
yeah. Anyway, so I'm pretty sure that one of the Lotus Assassins will actually be in here as well. I could be wrong on that, but I could have sworn that every once in a while I had to fight two kind of brutal dudes in here. So, but again, I think that's potentially if you've done events in a different order. But being that we're here at the Pirate Fortress first, I think this is the fight that we get. Again, that could actually be completely BS, and I could be completely wrong on that. But I could have swore that I fought Gao the Greater as well as I can never remember his name. That Lotus Assassin that we had earlier. The one that's basically missing an eye. But anyways, this fight isn't usually too bad. You do have to watch out for Gao. He does use Dire Flame here, I believe. Yeah, look at that. So he actually just shot his buddy, which, thankfully for me, his buddy body blocked that projectile for me. So I got a little lucky there, but yeah. Anyways, you got to be careful with Gao here. He's using his big power attack right there, which is a really big frontal cone. So I kind of saw him, preparing to do that. So I kind of decided to not be around for it. But once he's on his own, it's pretty easy. Just stay on him. If your martial style is fast enough, you can kind of keep him on the ropes like I did here. He does. Yeah, he gets me a couple of times here with some hits, but not too much to worry about. Yeah, decided to lose focus, but I figured, you know what, this is the end anyway. I might as well activate this now, otherwise it's just kind of a waste. And to be fair, I probably should use this, and I really should try to do that, because that focus is great. Or bullet time, basically.
Dead already. Damn it all. I wanted nothing more than to watch this man die. Trust me, I didn't waste my moments. I stumbled across something very important, evidence that changes everything. Let me explain why I'm here. That should clarify things. You saw with your own eyes that these pirates were collecting slaves, right? Gao's slaving operation found its way to my home several years ago. I was away at the time, but my daughter was there. Those black-hearted bastards took my daughter, Pin Mei. They killed her for resisting them. She was my only child. I lost her mother when Pin Mei was born, but my daughter was something precious in return. The slavers offered no such consolation. I am many things, but broken is not one of them. The past few years have forged my grief into resolve. My search led me here, to the lair of Gao the Greater. His men took my daughter, and I meant to even the score. On my way up here, I stumbled across records that show that this goes beyond Gao. The Lotus Assassins are his primary buyers. Is that so? There can be no doubt, then. This goes beyond Gao the Greater. I have my vengeance, but how many others have suffered as I have because of the Lotus Assassins? Do you mean to go further with this? I would join you. Only a fool would oppose the Lotus Assassins, but two fools working together stand a better chance than one. Consider how our skills complement each other. I can get into places people would prefer I never see, and out of places people would prefer I never leave. There's also my knack for finding things. For instance, I was nosing around and stumbled across this.
Hey, that's the dust inductor I was hiding. The dragonfly can't fly without it. It was under the floorboards in my workshop last I looked. Well, next time I hide something, I'm packing explosives around it. Yes, explosives shaped like silver bananas. Stops thieves, monkeys, and monkey thieves in one fell swoop. Yeah.
In my mind, you stand the best chance of facing down Gao's masters. We also have a far greater chance of succeeding together rather than apart.
I don't know if I trust this man, but we can't afford to turn away potential allies, not with what lies ahead.
Your companion's ability to judge character is matched only by her beauty. I may not be the most constant of men, but I am true. I have nothing to hide. My motives are plain and our causes are aligned. I assure you I will be as devoted and capable as any of your other companions.
Ha! If I could harness all that hot air, I could make a furnace to power the whole of the Imperial City. Well, if you're done with all the talking, I have to go make the dragonfly ready for some flying.
Okay, so that's sort of the culmination of Sky's little plot here, and you know, at this point he basically joins us, and then Kang has a few things to say about the Dragonfly, and then here's the history of Flight, Volume 3. Now this one will actually give us that hidden, or finish off that hidden book set. I don't remember the reward for that, but anytime you can, you know, get things like that, that's always nice. There it is, Strength of Wood. Okay, hidden book set complete. All right, and then we've got a chest over here. Actually, two chests. There's the zither case. So that's actually the second part to that the Zither of Discord quest, and at this point we can just head down now and hop in the Dragonfly. All right, so as Kang was saying, though, the Dragonfly isn't. I'm not sure if he said it yet or if it's coming up here, but we'll need a better power source for it as well.
Hey! Ha ha! Much kicking and such. It really gets the blood flowing. And explosions. Lots of blood flowing from those too. I replaced the dust inductor. The marvelous dragonfly will cross the sky at your whim for a short way. The heavens welcome my machines, but not without considerable cajoling. If you want to fly more than a short distance, I will need an inscrutable power source. Oh, the assassins have an inscrutable power source. In fact, they had two. One was here, and they planned to put it in the Dragonfly. But Kang was fast and smart. Kang exploded the power source. That way, they couldn't take my beautiful Dragonfly and fly away without me. I don't know. There was one here for the Dragonfly, until I blew it up. That was the only way to keep Inquisitor Lim from taking my Dragonfly to the Imperial City. I know the assassins have another one. They were using it for blasting an excavation. Lim once said something about ruins. If you're looking for the inscrutable power source, I'd find some ruins that also have assassins in them. Now we should leave here. We can make it as far as that nearby town, Tien's Landing. I know the winds between here and there. Mostly. I mostly know the winds. It will be fine. Ha-ha! Everybody on board! The marvelous dragonfly is about to take flight!
Okay, so I just realized I had one of the NPC's names wrong. That's Grand Inquisitor Gia. That's the female kind of head. Well, not necessarily head honcho, but she's again really high up rank-wise in the Lotus Assassin or Lotus Assassins. Inquisitor Lim is, or was it Lin? I think it was Lin. Anyways. He is the one that we had actually spotted earlier there with the one-eyed man, the one-eyed Lotus Assassin. But anyway, so he actually kind of described there that he was taking the inscrutable power source, as he calls it, into the ruins. So I think if you actually do the ruins main quest before this, Lin will actually be up there with Gao, like I had mentioned earlier. But again, since I like to do this part first, we will actually go see Lin later. Now, here we get the marvelous dragonfly, and we actually get to use it now in combat. There isn't much difference between this and the mosquito, and then we actually do get a second power-up, which is the Shrieking Fury, which I actually really like. The shield is okay. It's sort of okay. I think Shrieking Fury is a lot better, but here I'm actually going to avoid some of these other power-ups. Basically, your weapons power up, you always start with like a single shot, and it's really annoying. You'll constantly tap it. But the double shot here is automatic, so you can just hold the fire button down and actually let it do its thing. And that's what I prefer. There's another weapon upgrade though that's kind of like it's like a three-way shot. Unfortunately though, you have to mash the button again for that. So I tend to try to stay away from that. So usually once I get the the auto fire, I stick to that, and then I'll just use Shrieking Fury to kind of get anything off to the side. And depending on how many enemies there are, you can actually have missiles kind of randomly firing out and kind of doing work for you without having to do a whole lot of extra work. So I don't know. I kind of like that. That's probably my favorite power-up of all of the different power-ups in this game. But anyways, all right. So we're actually going to head back here to the camp, and I think there's a bunch of dialogue here. So that actually looks like that's going to take us pretty much to the end of the video.
This new flyer seems nicer than the one we took from Gal the Lesser. Although, I'm really only judging by how shiny it is. A poor guess, I'm sure.
No. The marvelous dragonfly is superior to the amber mosquitoes I foisted on Gao. And actually, the shinier the better. The heavens like their glory reflected. A shame I can't leave it on the ground for all to see, but I'm not going through all this just to have it stripped to the frame by local brats. I'll call it back if we need it. I will return it whenever you wish to make use of it, don't worry. It is just simpler to have it out of the way when not in use.
Is there anything you need? I'll do whatever I can to help. I am trying to feel good about what happened at Gao's fortress, the lair of his pirates. We went looking for our master and perhaps another flyer. What we found, I was not prepared for how cruel people could be. Seeing those people with no control over their fates, it is similar to a pain in my past that I have not thought about for a long time. I would not dream of saying my experience is similar to those poor people in Gao's fortress, but that lack of control, I know that well. One of the only things I know about myself is that on the morning I was born, the sky was red, like distant mountains were on fire. Perhaps it was dirge burning, as Zeus said. I believe it was an ill omen, and that stigma is why my abilities became a burden. That's why I must have been left at the school. To be subject to the whims of someone else just because of what you are, be you slave or outsider. Yes, I know that well. Yes, you are an outsider too, albeit one with power to change your world. I think the slaves in the pirate lair would greatly appreciate your skill in defense. And I would make great use of your confidence. You inspire me to think of the possibilities, not just the problems. I'm gaining an appreciation for the person you are becoming. Perhaps we should speak on these matters again sometime. Be well, my friend.
Alright, that's it for this video. As always, hope the guide was helpful, and hope you join me for more videos. Thanks for watching.